Hey, it's Martha, and this is my Project Pan video, but it's more than that. And I still call it that so people know what it is or what I'm talking about. It's not my fragrance wax stuff, but I feel like this project, when it first started back in December, was really about me being so overwhelmed with what I had and going, something's got to give, and let's start using this up. And Project Pan was a vehicle to do that. But now that we're 7 months in, I realized it's much bigger than that. I've learned so much more. It's not about just using things up. It's about being very intentional about what I'm buying, being intentional about what I'm giving away or decluttering. The blushes last month when I decluttered my blushes, that was a perfect example of me impulse buying, old Martha, past Martha, impulse buying and buying colors that don't really work for me. I mean, there's a blush in there where I'm like, why did I buy this? Like, this may look great on someone with a completely different complexion than me, but it wasn't really me. And in this whole using things, I'm really learning what I like, what I don't like, what are my preferences. I'm not I'm not someone who likes really heavy foundation. I'm kind of like in the middle, in between, or let's go light with some tints, right? And so part of this journey for me has been relearning or being thoughtful and reflective of what I like, what I don't like, what works, what should earn a place. Like, everything should earn a place in my collection. And also being okay to buy new things and bring new things, but do them with intention and be thoughtful about them and think about things and not just buy because I saw some video and I was like, ooh, those lipsticks look so pretty, and things like that. So this video covers some things I bought, my empties as usual, what I'm focusing on. But for me, it's just really been a great lesson and something I wouldn't have learned had I not stopped to think about, what am I doing and how did I end up here and how do I want to move forward? So I'll continue to call it Project Pan, but it's much more than that. So I hope you enjoy. Might feel like I'm cheating by buying some things, but I'm really trying to fill a gap that I'm seeing. For example, I did buy these two things because this is the Innisfree hyaluronic cream, because I don't have a thicker moisturizer at all. I've been using a kind of half and half from Prequel, which is a kind of like a milky toner, kind of like a moisturizer. But the other day I was like, why is my skin feeling so dry? Because I thought I'm oily. I get oily in the afternoon. But what I'm finding was I just wasn't really moisturizing my skin as good as I could be. And then this is a serum. I also don't think those vitamin C pads that I notice are doing anything. I'd heard great things about this. It's a serum. I currently don't really have a serum in my skincare. So that's why I ended up buying some stuff. So yes, I felt like, but this is a Project Pan. You shouldn't be buying things, but it's a Project Pan, not a no buy. So I sometimes will bring something in because it satiates that, what I would have done years ago, right? Where I would have bought 4 lipsticks. And so this time I bought 1 lipstick from MAC in a color that I don't have. It's not a rose color like everything else. So yeah, I just wanted to talk about why you may see some purchases that I've done. It's not that, and also I'm like trying to say it's not cheating, and it's like it's my stuff. It's my stuff. But I just feel like I've I don't even know if this is a project pan or what I'm doing, but what I do know is I have like my stuff in one drawer, and this is what I keep going to and keep going to. And I have many, many more things, but this is like the focus drawer. And so maybe instead of project pan, it's like the focus products, because that's kind of what it is. I actually can't wait to be done with this sunscreen. I will, hopefully, maybe not this month. We still got a bit, but lots of, it just has a really, see, white cast. But other than that, it's nice. It's not get some in my eye. But we're going to test out the new foundation I bought. I'm testing it out today since I'm working from home. That way I can see if it turns orange on me or anything. You know, I won't have any surprises while I'm at work, so I can do this while I'm at home. So NARS, this was, or the intention of this is a little bit more than the skin tint. Skin tint would be great on days where I just don't really want to try too much, or, you know, just fast, quick. But I don't feel like mixing two colors, which I'm currently doing. And then I'm almost done with House Labs. Like, I'm there. So I figured, okay, before I just rebuy, let me try one foundation I've been wanting to try for a long time. Excuse me. And this is a new formulation, or this is the Natural Matte Long Wear. So also my face is nice and hydrated, and we're going to give this one a try and let's see what I think. I'm going to do it with a sponge and hopefully it matches. That's the other thing. Also, it is darker because we're going into summer, so the House Labs is now getting just a touch too light because it's not winter time, which is when I buy that particular foundation. It looks like it's a tad bit darker, but I think this will work. Like I said, we're not even really in summer yet. It's early June, but we're going to get there. So, and since this is so matte, I really wanted to make sure that my skin is not dry underneath and it was well moisturized. Okay, I think this might be a little better for you to see. Actually, it's a pretty good match, I think. It does look pretty good to me. We'll see. Okay, so the OG, going back to why I got a bronzer, another bronzer, but it looks good, right? Right there. I have some on my forehead just to show you, but it turns into this rosy taupe color. So it's really more of a contour than a bronzer. It's almost like it blends really kind of grayish. And what I found is this is more of a contour. Now, I normally don't contour my face, but it's got this reddish. See, now my forehead looks kind of red. And that's not at all what I want as far as a bronzer goes. And the Fenty, my Fenty one, that one is a little too light for the summer. I wanted something sun-kissed. So it's still there. We're just going to put Fenty aside as soon as I get my Marc Jacobs one, which is coming today. So I'm excited about that. But I've been making good progress. And then this month I'm going to count how many uses. Again, we're going to go back to counting. Definitely have used this more than 100 times, which was the rule that I was going to give myself for Project Pan. So, I mean, technically, I've used this 100 times, and the idea was if I liked it, I'd continue using it or keep it. And if not, if I really didn't like it, I wasn't going to continue to use something. But I do like this, but it is a little light for me again in the summertime. This isn't butter biscuit, so we're going to wear it today because I don't have the Marc Jacobs one yet, but I will then set it aside for, I guess, the end of the year. That's the idea, and then we'll just continue to use the Marc Jacobs one in the summertime. I think for a matte foundation, I like this so far. I mean, it's only been an hour, but so far, I think definitely having that extra moisturizer underneath definitely worked, because I was worried this was going to get patchy because it's a matte formula, but no, so far. My Sephora order came in a day early, so I'm going to go get that downstairs. It better be there, and I'll show you what I got. So I got the Marc Jacobs bronzer. I did buy a perfume. I haven't bought a perfume in years. This is Milk Orchid. I love the commodity milk. This is Milk Orchid, so I definitely wanted to try it, but I just got a small travel size. This was a freebie. I guess it's like hair oil. That's fine. And then I got how did I already lose it? I already lost the sharpener. Oh no. It was lost in there. So, and then I got a sharpener because I keep losing my sharpener. So I got this bigger one, and it's got 2 sizes. So that was a freebie. This was I need. This was I want. This I feel fills a need because my current bronzer doesn't really give me a summer glow. So we're going to check this one out. All right. Let's talk about Milk Orchid. This is the thing that I wanted because I feel like I've been good about perfume. Have I? Yeah, I think the last time I bought a perfume was 2 years ago. Yeah, it was about 2 years ago. I know. I feel this is a guilty month. This is a guilty month where I feel like I bought some stuff, but I got the small size. And it came in this cute, like almost like the scuba diving kind of material. What is that called? It's not silicone, but it feels really good. But anyway, I got the small size. Martha from way back when would have gotten the big size because she's got the big size of the milk and big size of gold from commodity. But this is Milk Orchid, and let's give it a try. Baby steps. It's all baby steps. Ooh. Oh, this smells so good. The tester at Sephora had just the itty bittiest, like I was like rubbing it on the paper to try to get it. And I'm like, I have a feeling I'm going to like it, but just in case, I'll get the small one. Yes. So this is Fig, Milk, Magnolia, I think, and Orchid, right? Let me double check. What was this? It is Fig, Milk, Magnolia, and Vanilla Orchid. So really nice. I like that. I do like commodities fragrances. All right, this was a need. I keep losing these, so I needed that. This was a freebie, hair oil. I didn't need this, but it came in the box. And now for the Marc Jacobs, this is in light medium because, again, I wanted darker than what I have now. I don't know. I mean, I guess it looks, maybe I look like I'm a little bronzed. Don't know, but look at this packaging. Look at that, the daisy. This is so cute. Okay. Whoa. Oh, okay. That looks dark, but looks can be deceiving. Looks can be deceiving. So, oh, this feels like silk. This feels like silk. Okay. Wow. So there we go. That's not too bad, actually. Okay. Let's put it on. Let's put it on. That was a terrible, terrible placement. Terrible. This is why I'm not a beauty Excuse the middle finger. Okay, that feels like so silky soft. Now I would usually be doing this with a, a brush. That's nice, actually. Okay, that I think is the sun-kissed bronzer that I wanted. So that feels really, really nice. So this will be now what I'll be using during the summer. No more bronzers for me. So it'll be this and the Fenty one. The Laura Geller one that I had, I might still have it maybe in my travel bag. That one also does what the OG did, which is more, it's got a pink tone to it. I don't want pink. I don't want a pink tone. So that one doesn't really work for me and I don't like it. So that's why I got this. Now, I do have some other things coming. I broke down on Sunday. I broke down on Sunday night and bought a few things from Ulta. All right, confession time. So I got a lip balm from Revlon or Maybelline. I got a blurring lip liner, which I don't have a blurring lip liner. And I got a matte brown eyeshadow stick. I also don't own a matte brown eyeshadow stick. All my eyeshadow sticks, except for like a skin tone one and black, are the only matte ones I own. Everything else has like not glitter, but glittery, shimmery. And it was a buy one, get one half off. So I got a stick. I got my eyeshadow stick. So not terrible, but that'll come next week. Okay. So earlier you may have seen that I did get a MAC lipstick. I don't remember if I mentioned it. This is the one. It's an Go Retro. And this is the color. It's deeper than what I have, than most shades I have. So I wanted Velvet Teddy and I wanted Whirl and I wanted a few others. But the more, I was there for like 20 minutes, but the more I kept looking at them, like, just get one. Get one, don't get all, because those are all kind of similar. So I did just get one. I wore it yesterday. It's great lipstick. It's the matte finish and it lasted through breakfast, through my coffee. I still had it in the afternoon, even after lunch. I mean, it had definitely come off some after lunch, but I don't have a lipstick this good that's in matte, that doesn't feel drying. It also wasn't drying. Drying. I have had matte lipsticks in the past that feel very drying. So did I need this? No. But is it a little different than what I have? Yes. Does it serve a slightly different purpose? Yes. It's a lipstick that stays on. As much as I like these lip balms, this is a satin. This is like a satin finish. This is the Master Sweet one that I'm trying to use up. It's still okay to try something that is a little different, that fills a need. At least that's what I'm telling myself. If you're new here, I think I'd want to give you a little update on what's actually in my project pan-ish. Of course, I want to use everything that I own up, but as far as makeup goes, this is now my drawer of focus items, I'll call them, because I want to use everything up, but some things will go in and out. So as you've already seen, Marc Jacobs bronzer is now in, and the Fenty is currently going out. But what's nice about having another bronzer is that this can go in my travel bag. So although I don't think it's my summer bronzer, I could just stick it in my travel bag and not worry about, having taking things in or out. So it is nice to have another one. But we'll continue to use this probably later this year or whenever I'm traveling. This is now my new bronzer. So that is that. I had another discovery. I swear this should be the last of I found this, but I did. I found some OG. I think it's pronounced OG. This was a Facebook did not let up on advertising, and it would show me this ad every single time I opened Facebook, to the point where I broke down and bought it. So this was like 2 years ago. I forgot I had it because I didn't put it in the bathroom as I should have. And so there is a bronzer, which you already saw is really more like a contour, but that's where these came from. I just found them. It's not like I bought them recently. But this looks more taupey, rosy color actually so it's more of a contour. I mean, I have a couple contours. I don't really use contours, but we'll see if this stays or I give that away. Then the illuminizer or highlighter. Now this is beautiful actually. This was a nice discovery. I've been using the Nude Essence for the past, I don't know, 7 months. And this, as you can tell, is like a pinky peach tone. This is more like a pearl tone. And this is actually really, really pretty. So I'm going to use this. I'm bringing this in. Creams tend to go bad before powder does. But that's, I mean, I've made a little bit of a dent in that, you can see. But this is going to be my new, let's use this every day until I hit 100 or I'm just tired of it, or I no longer like it, I guess. But I'm really going to try to use this up because I don't see myself not liking it. It's very, very pretty. Then we have, it also came with a blush. This blush looks like just about every other blush color I have. It's a rosy kind of color, very similar to the Merit color, and I've worn this and it fades as well, but not as quickly as the Merit one did. So for that, at least it's a little bit better. But so this is just something I have. It's not really one I'm focusing on right now because last month I found, when I was looking for a cool toned blush, I found this Universal Pink from Beauty Pie. It stays on much better than the other cream blushes I've used, and I love this color. It's really actually very pretty. It's what I had on my cheeks when I'm wearing a navy shirt in this video. Universal Pink from Beauty Pie, and this is at least 3 years old, at the least. It could be 4, and it's working and creamy and blends well, just as it did when I got it. So I really like that. So that's one I'm focusing on. In the summer, I will also kind of be rotating this one in. I do need to rotate color in because otherwise this gets super boring. And this is different. This is a bronzer from Bare Essentials. So it's more of a copper color. So it's different because not every day this bright pink is going to look good. So some days it may be this one. And then this I've just always had in here. This is from Say. I've had this in this drawer. If I want a very light peach color, then, you know, sometimes I'll put this in. I do like this, actually. I like this better than the Rare Beauty ones. And so, but it's just kind of in the drawer. Then we're going to go, here's another blush. So this I was using in combination with the Merit blush that I finished last month, or ended its time with me, because that one didn't stay on. So I used to have to sandwich kind of this blush with that one. So yeah, I do like this RMS blush. That'll just be in here, but my prime focus will really be this one. But again, I want to use all of it up. It's not that I'm not, but I feel like I make better or dense or bigger dents when I use one at a time. But for my own sake, I do need to mix it up every once in a while. So this is the Beauty Pie eyeliner. This has pretty much been in my project pan, so to speak, since I started back in, what was this, December? So this one, I'm working on it. It's doing well. And then this little guy is definitely, maybe this is the last month I use it. I have so many lip pencils that I do want to, you know, move on, but it's satisfying to get it to be this used up. So that's satisfying. Lipstick. So this is Master Sweet from Beauty Pie, and still got quite a bit, but making progress. And then I did manage to find my sharpener. I found my sharpener, but you can never have too many sharpeners, so that's okay. Then e.l.f. primer. I'm terrible about using primer, so once I use this up, I'll be really, really happy. I do have another, so something that will come in when I'm done with this is not meant to be a primer, but it kind of works as a primer. It's from Dermatology. It's Universal, like a tint, which doesn't really tint my face at all. So I found that it works really good as a primer, but I should finish this, or I can just put this in my travel bag, which actually makes more sense. It's so small. So I actually will put that in my travel bag. Okay, concealer. RMS concealer. This I've been using since August of last year, kind of on and off, but during this project, it's been mostly what I've been wearing as a concealer, so that I'm making some progress. This is Painterly from MAC, and it's just a cream shadow in the color Painterly. This I use to just even out the skin tone on my eyelids. So, well, this is still fairly new. I mean, a little bit of a dent, but not too much. Then this one I've had great progress in, but most of it was before I was doing this project. This is an illuminizer from Beauty Pie, and this I put in the corner of my eye sometimes just to give it some brightness there, and it's a really nice one. This is one where I didn't want to be without, so I had bought another one, and then I accidentally didn't know that I had another one. So I have 2 backups of this. So I do want to use this up, but it's very nice, and I've had this also for a couple of years. So they're cream products I've been very happy with. Mascara, currently using the e.l.f. Lash Extender. This one is okay, but I use mascara for about 90 days or 3 months, and then it's out just because mascara doesn't last as long. This is not the concealer I'm currently using. It just fits in this drawer. It's from Typology. And then I wasn't really going to put in an eyeshadow. Now that I finished the Walking on Eggshells, I have another one from that I shared last month, but I think eyeshadows just get rotated, but I do want to use all of this up. So I will try to focus on this one just so you can see some progress on this. And this is from Smashbox, and this is just nudes, and they're all mattes. So that's that. Then I had brought in Danessa Myricks Yummy Blurring Balm, and this is fantastic, but again, you know, this was just something I bought when I was in Portland back in April, I think. And so, you know, it's actually, I love it. It's actually really nice. And as far as the Laura Geller one, I think I mentioned that I had this. This is another bronzer, but as you can see, the colors on here, they're very pinkish, very fair. This comes off kind of a pinkish tone on me, so I don't like it. So this I'll be giving away. This isn't fair. The only reason I got fair was because the Balanced and Brighten, which is more of the makeup, the foundation in this baked line, the light, what's it called? Oxidized on my face, turned me orange. So I figured, oh, maybe I need to be getting the fair. So I got the fair in that, and that works better. The light oxidized on me, the fair worked better. But then I said, well, if maybe the light is too dark, so I should get the fair. But this is not my tone, so that is going bye-bye. Then as far as foundations go, House Labs have been like my foundation, which is like a traditional foundation. I am down to about here on the bottle. So, but this is more of a winter skin coloring for me. So this is being set aside, but I've done very well with this foundation. Brought in the NARS. So this is the new one that I was testing out, and I like it so far. So this is in the color, I think here's the color. It's Valaris, I think. Valaris in like a cool toned. So that's will be my winter, not my winter, sorry, my summer foundation. A summer foundation color, I should say. And then I still have my Typology skin tints, which I love, but these are skin tints. So some days I want more coverage. Some days I'm cool with a skin tint. So I do enjoy these. Do have to mix them both to get kind of my coloring. This is a little too peach. This is a little too light. So together they kind of work better. In the summer, I probably put a little bit more of this than this. But so it's a little bit of mixing going on for that. Okay, and then as far as powder goes, I only had this loose powder and the Laura Mercier one, which is in my travel bag right now. I bought both of these to try them out. So, you know, getting a small size, which I'm glad I did. It's a nice powder. It is nice. I don't love that this one is so small. Just for purpose of use, getting the brush in this little top here, you know, it's not the easiest thing in the world, but I'm going to put this also in the travel bag along with Laura Mercier, just because I don't need it out anymore, because as I was looking through my blushes last month in my little makeup bag that I had under the cabinet, I found this Kosas Cloud. This is the Cloud set. And so this one I had done quite a bit of work on from, I don't know when I bought this. This could be 3-4 years old. So I figured let's use this up because, you know, it's older than the Huda, which is only a few months old, and see if I can use this more of a pressed powder. So that is a new one for in here. So this is what I've been focusing on. Sorry that took a little bit longer, but it's been a while since I think I've really shared. I'm kind of all over the place on what I've been using, but this is not that. This all fits in this drawer for the most part. So I do just keep it and look in here every morning. This is the drawer that I open and I use stuff in. So use stuff from. So anyway, that is everything. Those are my focused items. Of course, I do want to use everything up, but you know, it's going to take time. So I think it's a good time to recount everything I have now that I've destashed pretty much everything I think I will destash. I've destashed my blushes, my lipsticks, and then here and there a couple of things, but definitely time to count everything, build a spreadsheet so that I have a much better record of what I have, what has gone or what I've used up at the end of the year. That'll be nice to see. And, you know, and then how much I still have to go. All right, this was my momentary lapse in judgment on a Sunday night, but here's the reasoning behind some of these. I only have one eyebrow pencil, and it's the Anastasia Brow Wiz. So this is the NYX Fill in Fluff. It's got a little bit of a bigger tip, and I have always liked this. I've repurchased this many, many times, and this is because on days where I literally just want to go, I can use this and it fills my brows and, you know, it looks pretty good. It doesn't look as defined as the Brow Wiz, but this serves the purpose of grab and go and you're done. This was because I got I think it was this lip pencil, right? This is the Blur Filler from L'Oreal. I don't have a type of pencil like this, so let's open this up. As you can see on the tip there, it's, well, if I can get it in focus there, it's just it's not like a lip pencil. It gives more of a blurred lip look, so that's why I got this. I don't have anything like this, and it would look or work really well with like the Fui lipsticks that I have. So that's why I got that one. And then because this was buy one, get one 50% off, I'm like, well, I might as well get something that's 50% off. So this is an eyeshadow stick in a matte brown. I don't have a matte brown in an eye stick. I do have matte browns, but not in an eye stick, so that was the justification for that one. This one, I'm not even going to open. It looks really nice with that blurring with this color. This color is in, looks like Worth It medium, but this is in Maybelline's, looks like it's a berry haze. At first I thought this was like the back of the lipstick, you know, like a color, you know, like to show what color it is. But no, I'm thinking this just is completely melted by looking at that. So I'm not even going to open this. I'm going to take this back and get a replacement because I think this just completely melted out of the package. That's horrible. That's sad. And then I completely forgot I got this. So this is the NYX. This is the Lip IV. This is a hydrating gloss serum. I have 3 glosses. This would be a 4th, and I believe this one has like a stain to it. So yeah, this was total impulse. But I had been eyeing this for, when did these come out? Like a year ago? So I held out as long as I could. And then oldie but goodie, Benetint. This is in the raspberry color. I have not used this since, gosh, I mean, was it the 90s? Maybe the early 2000s? So I wanted a stain, like a lip stain that I can wear this under lipstick. And I thought this would be kind of cool. So do I need these things? No. So that was my moment of weakness. I wasn't bad. There'll be those every once in a while. But again, I think I've mentioned this before. I'm learning, and there was many more things in the cart that I removed. And I think sometimes it's okay to get another lipstick, but this is bad. I'm going to open it. Can you see? It's completely empty. It's completely empty. There is no lipstick at all in there, or like a lip balm. It's all in there. That is just, really? Wow. I mean, this must have been in some extreme heat. So I decided to try the cream soda color from the ColourPop Quad on my eyes today, and went for a warm look. And it was to decide, do I want to keep it? Do I not? And I think I'm going to keep it. It's actually, I like it. It's actually kind of pretty. So to go with more of a warmer peachy tone, I use the peachy from Say blush. And then I'm trying on the Marc Jacobs bronzer, which I am in love with. I do really, really like it. So I'm glad I got it. And now I have 2 bronzers. And I'm made a decision. I'm going to keep this shadow, and yeah, and then just keep having fun. All right, I am at Ulta to return this lipstick or exchange it. Hopefully they have it, and hopefully I walk out there with nothing more than this lipstick. Hopefully they have it, actually. They had it. I found it right away, so I walked in, walked out, didn't buy anything, even exchange. So I'm out here on this beautiful Saturday morning taking photos. There's going to be like a trail hike ride thing behind me later this afternoon. So I'll be taking photos of that for the Horsemen's Association that I volunteer and take photos for. But check out the view in front of me. And this is the view in front of me. Look at these beautiful horses. These guys are just hanging out here. And it's just a gorgeous, gorgeous Saturday afternoon. Actually, it's still morning technically, but absolutely beautiful. One of my favorite parts of this project is actually sharing things that are empty. So empty K19, this I finished. I had this for a while and kind of stopped using it. And then I found it again probably last month and I'm like, oh, let's finish this up. So that is empty. What has replaced it, and actually what I've been using for some time, is the Living Proof Vanishing Oil. And I think based on the Sharpie line, I had it up here when I started this project, and now it is down to about here, which is really the end. So there's probably maybe a week's worth. I mean, I can barely, I just squeezed it and see what I can suck up. I can barely get much of anything. This won't last me. I think this will last me maybe a week, maybe 2 more washes. What is coming in to replace that is the Dove Intensive Repair 10-in-1. So this is the last hair oil that I have in my closet or cabinet of overflow things. So after this, I don't have any more hair oils. So that's good. We're using stuff up. Very happy about that. And then Hydrate, Pureology Hydrate Shampoo. I had used up the conditioner back in April, back in April. And since then, I repurchased it. So that's currently in the shower. Then we have our cleansing face wash that I got in Japan. So this is done. This smelled nice, like oranges and very sudsy. And this one has come in. Also got this in Japan, and I think this is the last of the backup facial cleansers. So I did buy the Neutrogena one. That's what I use to take off my makeup. This I use in the morning or as a second cleanser between the two. Not that you can get them here, but I actually like the feel of this one and the smell. This is a nice orange, very bright, great in the morning, kind of wake you up. But this does have more of a foaminess to it, which is actually quite nice. And this is by Senka Perfect Whip Beauty Foam. And what I haven't shown you in a while is what's in my shower. So let's go check. All right, so in the bathroom, I've got this Eva NYC Blue Sass Brunette shampoo. I've had this for years. I don't use this as often as I should to kind of take out some of that brassiness. It's just there. It is harsher on my hair, so I have to make sure I do a good conditioner with this. This is the last bottle. I think I might have one more under the sink. I just really like the way my hair felt when I was using this. Now I just feel like I don't need another product necessarily, although it feels great when I do use this Water Wonder. It's like a flash hydration, and then I condition after that. If I have another bottle, I do use them pretty quickly. Then down here we have my Tahiti Island Dream shower gel from Bath & Body Works, and I'm about halfway done actually. This is the last, very last body wash that I have from Bath & Body Works, so no more backups of that. This is empty. I actually put it here so I would remember. This is empty. This is the Everpure sulfate-free Restore conditioner that goes with the clarifying shampoo, which I'm also running really low on. And then Olaplex, I think this is almost empty. Olaplex number 8 Bond Intense, moisture mask. I don't use that as often either. It's just, I find it a pain if I have to wash my hair, then leave something in there while I'm all wet and showered for like 10 minutes. It's just cumbersome, and I don't like it for that reason. All right, moving on to the other side. I have my, it's not facing in here, so let me get in the tub. So this is almost empty. It's Summer's Eve, almost empty. The backup of it just arrived, so I don't really try to carry many backups unless I know I'm really low, and I'm really low on that one. Then this is the Dove Intense Repair shampoo, and then I have the conditioner up there as well. I just started using these probably last month, so that's like my Bond Intense thing. I do rotate my conditioners and shampoos. Not so much conditioners I'm learning, but really the shampoos, I rotate them around depending what my hair's feeling like. And also I find that, I don't know, for some reason I feel like when you change things up a little bit, it works better than if you've been using the same thing over and over and over for years. Maybe it just doesn't work as good as you remember when you first started using it. And I find that my hair does need to rotate through shampoos. So this is the Amika Soul Food Mask. I have a smaller travel size in this, and then I have a Dove Intensive Repair Mask. So I do have a couple backups. One is really a travel size one that I got, but I do have another backup of this like deep mask, hair mask. Moving on over here, this is the clarifying shampoo. I'm out of the conditioners you just saw, but I have a little bit, probably to about there, left on the clarifying shampoo. I like the shampoo. I like the smell. It works, but I also like to change things up. So I might get the Kirsten S clarifying shampoo and just give it a try. Then Pureology Hydrate in the shampoo and conditioner. I really like this. This is now my second time rebuying this, and I love it. So that's for on days where I feel like my hair is a little dry, or maybe I straighten it that day, and so next time I wash it, I want it to be a little softer. So that's what's in the shower, and well, a little bit left of soap. So I have one more Irish Spring under the sink, and then I'll be done with my Irish Spring, and then I have one goat milk soap in Beach. So that's really all the backup soap I have. So we're using stuff up. Oh, and I almost forgot, Knowles Farm Scents Orange Petaled Marshmallow Whip. Now this is my last one. I just finished the other one and putting this one in. But now that this is in the shower, I have no more backups of this. When I started this project, I had 2. Now I have no more backups. So I'm using stuff up little by little. All right, so here we are. A couple more empties to go through, and then we'll close this out with something new I brought in. And I'll tell you why and how it's helped. So first thing, yes, we finished this. I think I mentioned this earlier in the video. I have my last backup. This backup was purchased before I started this project. That's when I knew, whoa, I have way too much. Learned my lesson to not just let subscribe and save things come to me, but I will open this brand new box, and it'll probably last me for the end of the year. And then after that, I may or may I'll just evaluate, and that's what I'm trying to do. Evaluate and be more thoughtful about, is this working? Or maybe start to slowly remove things and go, okay, is it that, or was it this other cream that I bought, you know? Eye cream, oh, I'm so glad. Bioma, I'm done with this one. This was one where I accidentally bought 2. I think I put one in my cart, went shopping around some more, forgot that I had put it in my cart and didn't pay attention at checkout. So this is the Depuff Brightening Eye Gel from Bioma. And now I just have just other eye gels that I had accumulated over time. But the one I'm currently using or is replacing that is eye gel that I got from Japan when I was there in November. Then Rhode, this is the Barrier Restore Cream. So I had a number of face creams and moisturizers when I started this project, and little by little been using them up. So now I have, let's see, the Innisfree that I just bought, the Dew Skin Serum that I just got, and you saw that in this video, and the Prequel Half and Half. I think that's about it. Yeah, so I'm definitely much better than where I was 6 months ago. And then let me talk about, where'd it go? My little Ypres bottle. So this is a hair bonding spray. You put it in this thing and you spray it on your hair before you shower. So this is a new one in here. Well, I've had this bottle, but the little glass bottle goes in here with some water. So this is brand new for this month. And then I want to take something out. I hit pan. This is the Kosas. This is the Kosas press powder, right? It's the, what's it actually called? Cloud Set. It's the Cloud Set powder, and this is in the color Breezy. I brought this in, I think it was this month. I'm at pan. And it's, for me, I'm not trying to scrape all the little teeny pieces. I mean, I hit pan and I have so many powders still that I think I'm happy saying that I've used this up. So we've got that one done. Now let me quickly, before we close out, talk to you about another, I shouldn't say another, but I stopped doing subscription boxes because they accumulate a lot of things. You know, I had Birchbox, I had Ipsy, I had, you know, for perfumes, I had Scentbird, those kinds of things. But I did decide to do Curls Monthly, and it is a subscription box that I actually really was tempted to go into last year. And I still had a lot of hair products, and I still have some hair products, mostly for straightening my hair than the natural curls. But I thought now's the time, because they do send little travel size things as well as some larger products. But I was in Miami, not Miami, sorry. I was in Florida, Orlando. I don't know why Miami came into my mind, but I was in Orlando, last month? Like May, I should say May. And then I just got back from Louisville, Kentucky. Both places where it's very hot, very humid. And typically I would straighten my hair because I need to take less hair products, or I have them in travel sizes. And when I don't want to check a bag, I have that's ready to go. But in both of those places, very humid. And if I straighten my hair, it would just start to do weird things, and basically fighting nature, right? I have naturally curly hair. So I did say, okay, I've used up quite a bit of my hair stuff, and I haven't really bought anything new that isn't automatically replacing something like shampoos and stuff, but I don't have backups of backups of backups anymore like I did. So I got it, and I'm so glad I did. So I'll share what I got in the box real quick. I got the Rawa, I'm not sure how to say that, shampoo and conditioner, and these are empty now. They're empty. Well, there might be a little bit more conditioner. I had trouble getting it out today, but they're pretty much empty. And I discovered I don't like the shampoo at all, and the conditioner's nice, but you know, nothing special necessarily for me, but it's better than hotel shampoo. So this was a great little travel size, and I already used it up. Then I have this hair milk came with it, John Masters Organics hair milk, and this is like curl cream basically. And so I have the large thing of AG Recoil, but I didn't have an easy like travel size of curl cream. So that was perfect. So already 3 things from that box I was already using up. Now I still have this to use up, but the shampoo and conditioner are used up. And then came this Dippity Doo Girls with Curls. Like Dippity Doo, that's got to be from like the 50s or 60s. And it's a jelly. And it feels like Jell-O actually. And I've already used about that much of it, but I didn't take this with me. Because I didn't want to check a bag, and I didn't really have a travel-sized container to put gel in, or like gel that comes in a tub. And so I thought, okay, I have my curl cream. I have a little travel mousse from that I have, so that should work. But it's really humid. I think I need something with a little extra hold. And this Rizzo, I think it's Rizzo's Curls. It's volumizing hairspray, full size bottle. This came in that kit as well, or in that subscription box that I got. And I was like, hairspray. I don't really like my hair feeling sticky or anything, but I watched some videos, and it does come. There's a curl coach available to you. There's videos for every product that's in the box. You can swap out anything. Like I didn't have to get these things. I could have swapped it with a whole bunch of other things that they have, but I figured I'll just take the kit as it is, and see, because I was curious about this too. And then what happened was this came out perfectly. It was such a strong hold, not to spray directly on your hair, not that. Watch some videos and wet my hands, sprayed some of the hairspray, and then just glazed it on my hair, and it just gave me such great hold, And my day 2 hair was so much better than typically a day 2, day 3 of curly hair. And I had a small travel spray, bottle, empty bottle that I put this in. It was already labeled hairspray. It was like great. And it turned out to be such a fantastic thing to have. So all that to say is, yes, I'm bringing in some hair stuff, but it kind of came in super handy, worked out perfectly. And now I know that I can travel with curly hair products that are travel size, or I have a way to make some of it travel size, and it works. And I would never have bought hairspray had it not been for that. So I think what I'm getting at is there are times and places when maybe it may make sense. Now, what I won't do, because I've learned, is just keep getting the box over and over and have over accumulation of things. The lucky thing, or beauty that I have, I guess, in my life is I have 2 daughters who also have curly hair and wear their hair curly 90% of the time. So, I mean, I have people to give stuff to too. And so anyway, that is what was in my Curls Monthly. So that turned out to be kind of a fun surprise that I wasn't expecting at all, but worked out fantastic for my travels. And I'm excited to continue to learn more about what works in my hair and what doesn't. And yes, I know I'm in my 50s and I've had naturally curly hair my entire life, but not until like the last 10 years do I feel like there's been better products. And really not until the last 7, 8 years have I really been more actually learned to like my curls. I always wanted my hair straight or love my curls, I should say. And actually my daughters really inspired me because they wear their hair curly, and I think it's beautiful. So I'm still learning, and this is part of the discovery phase. It's in my nature to want to deep dive into learning things. And so I'm not going to fight my personality, but what I have learned throughout this whole project, kind of bringing us back, closing this loop, is learning to be much more intentional, learning to sometimes wait and have that willpower, like not right now, like this Curls Monthly. I wanted it a year ago, but I was able to say not right now, and being, and not shaming myself for when I do want to buy something. It's just, again, much more intentional, and something I've learned through this journey these last 6 months, and I'm so grateful for that. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please consider giving me a thumbs up or subscribing to my channel, or both if you're not subscribed, or hyping. Now there's that hype feature on your phone. That would be greatly appreciated as well. So thank you so much, and I'll chat with you later. Bye-bye.